But keep things solid at the back, so don't change the goalkeeper, possibly even don't change any personnel in the back three. From a team point of view going forward, can you understand where Ray's coming from?
Yeah, I do, yeah, but at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong answer, to be honest, because you could say about not changing the back four, the goalkeeper and the back three as such, but at the same time, like, it's nice to get everybody else involved and obviously keep the momentum going. I guess that you want a happy camp. You don't want people, obviously, who are going to be unhappy not getting any game time. You want them to feel part of it, as we were speaking about earlier. So to keep them four in, but then make changes elsewhere, I'm not quite sure for me that's the right thing to do. Just because if you're going to make changes, try and make them everywhere. Like not every position, but try and make them everywhere to make everyone feel part of it. But he's got another two good goalkeepers there that have not featured at all. Maybe change up one of them. We've got some good defenders there that haven't played any minutes yet. We've got experience there in Gary Cahill. He's won everything there is to win in the game, other than bar the Champions, bar the World Cup and stuff. So he's not going to go in there and make England any weaker. I don't think any of these guys are going to go into the team and make England weaker. So for me, I'd make a couple changes, but I said there's no right or wrong answer really.
Look at it from a different angle, Dan, Adrian. All England have done really is attack.
Yeah.
Right, so the back three have never really been tested. So probably what they want is defenders now to be really tested, because they've only been tested with the ball rather than without it. I think against Belgium it might be nice for them to get some match practice of actually defending, which might help later in the competition keep the same back group, because they'll get far more action tomorrow.
Yeah, you know what, that's actually not a bad point, because when you think about it as well, about a real test, because against Panama, to be fair, they probably let England get a few more chances than maybe they should have done, because there was a couple of times Panama went through and should have done better. They had the clear chance at the start, then the one from set play. So yeah, maybe it'd be nice for the back four to get a real test.
I think that'll be 90 minutes concentration rather than 6.
Exactly, yeah, and I agree with that, to be fair. That point there is valid, because against Belgium, I can't see England having too much of the football. Yeah, they'll have their fair share of spells, but I think Belgium are going to probably 60-70% possession. And to be fair, for the back three and the goalkeeper, you're right, that is 90 minutes of concentration, because against Panama and against Tunisia, they've had a lot
to be the physical side of the player.
So it is a good test, to be fair, and maybe that's not really a bad point, that, and maybe keep the back four.
What about Jordan Pickford as well? He's not got many caps, and I know that some people would like to see the other goalkeepers brought in, but isn't it more important for him to get used to international football, tournament football, and keep his place?
I think that's the one place where I would definitely not make any changes. I think it's not had much to do, and I think it'd be good that he has an action game with real concentration, thinking that any time a goal could be scored. So I think it'd be great for him to work with his back three again and get even more understanding against top players.
Do you know what it is as well? I think after this Belgium game, I think we'll actually see where exactly England are. I mean, everyone's obviously, after the Panama game 6-1, everyone's saying, oh, fantastic, we're going to win it. That's obviously the genuine feeling back here. But at the same time, I think when you play against a top side like Belgium, because they are a top side, I think we're now going to be able to judge and see just how good England really are.
Well, we shall see. That team news will be very, very interesting. Hawksby and Jacobs will be live from Moscow tomorrow morning. They're on the way back from Sochi right now, and then they're going straight on to Kaliningrad, where England will be facing Belgium. They will be in the Sir Francis Drake pub. It couldn't be more English. They'll be doing the show from Kaliningrad Thursday and Friday, so pre-match and post-match. And of course, your best England build-up and the commentary and the post-match is here on TalkSport.
All the football from Russia on TalkSport with Virgin Media, broadcast partner of TalkSport's official coverage of the 2018 FIFA World Cup Russia.
Hey, Philip Schofield here. WeBuyAnyCar.com reckon you could find out what your car's worth in under 60 seconds. I know, I didn't believe it myself, so I timed it. And it's true, it actually took me only 53 seconds. Not that it's a race. So if you want to find out how much your car's worth, or just want to beat my time, enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com. Think I might give it another go. 49. Get in.
Admin fee may apply. For more information, see WeBuyAnyCar.com/info.
When Dave met Steve, sparks flew. When Barry met Gary, the foundations were laid. When Fred met Alex, they knew it would work. And they all met thanks to SuperSubby.com. For subcontractors looking for contractors and contractors looking for subbies, Super Subby finds the perfect match by skills, location and trade. It's free for subbies with a 3-month free trial for contractors. So download the app from the App Store and Google Play, or visit supersubby.com supersubby.com. Super Subby, the new, smarter way to find site work or workers.
This is for a dad, a brother, a nan. This is for a friend, a neighbour, a colleague. This is for the thousands of people living with cancer. This summer, do something incredible and brave the shave for Macmillan Cancer Support. Get sponsored by friends and family to shave your hair, and you'll help Macmillan support even more people with cancer so they can live life as fully as they can. For everyone and every reason, by braving the shave, you'll be doing something amazing. Sign up today at bravetheshave.org.uk.
The World Cup is all about fans. From the die-hard obsessives, the Spanish, Brazilians and the English, to the pure blind optimists, the Panamanians, Peruvians and, of course, the English. Every World Cup day, Yahoo Sport presents The 32. Stars and experts join fans from every one of the 32 World Cup nations for previews, analysis and opinion. 32 nations, 32 fans, 32 days. The 32 on Yahoo Sport.
At Paddy Power, we don't know what'll happen when Nigeria play Argentina, but we do expect more reaction to Nigeria's colourful shirts on the internet. Nigeria's jersey is mint, but if you look at it for too long, you'll go cross-eyed, said Winston, 39. The Nigeria team are all headed to a rave in a warehouse after the match, said Rick the Rasher. But whatever they're wearing, we're offering money back as a free bet if Messi scores against Nigeria on all losing goal scorer, correct score and what odds Paddy markets. Paddy Power, enough of the nonsense. Selected markets only, max refund £10, T&C supply, 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
We can't say sticks like Turbo from Evo Sticks' full name on the radio. We're not allowed. We can say that sticks like Turbo is an amazingly fast-setting adhesive. We can say sticks like Turbo can be used in all weather conditions. We can even say sticks like Turbo holds up to 300 kilograms in just 15 minutes. We just can't say what sticks like Turbo sticks like, but you can probably guess, and it really does. Sticks like Turbo from Evo Stick.
Beer, pizza, football, marvellous.
Right now, Co-op Super Saver deal is any 2 Co-op thin and crispy margarita or pepperoni pizzas plus a 4-pack of Budweiser bottles for just £5.
And I'm wearing my lucky shirt.
Oh, great. The one you were wearing last time we lost.
Subject to availability, 5 deals per customer. See Co-op stores for details.
Harry Kane, Harry Kane.
England's glorious World Cup campaign is underway.
And England have their noses in front. Harry Kane.
Harry has proved that Kane is able.
Harry Kane, wonderful penalty. Harry Kane, Harry Kane. It's Harry Kane, he didn't know too much about it, but there is his Panama hat-trick. England are on their way to the last 16. Only wanna see you scoring in our next big game. Put them away today, England, and you're looking knockout.
Hear full match commentary of England versus Belgium Thursday night from 7 on Talk Sport.
Lovely bit of play from Quaresma and Silva. Outside of the right foot from Quaresma. Oh, what a goal that is! Ronaldo runs up, strikes the penalty, and it's saved. A terrific stop to his left-hand side by Bayram Bad. And Sonny Fan against Rui Patricio from 12 yards, and he nets it into the top corner. There is the final whistle. Enrique Caceres says goodnight to Iran's participation in the 2018 World Cup.
A terrible mistake. That could be really costly. And it is. Kalim Boutaïb has given Morocco a shock lead in Kaliningrad. Iniesta's got round the goalkeeper. This could be the equaliser. It is. Isco has brought Spain level. The corner comes in. Oh, it's a great header. Oh, what a wonderful goal by the young substitute. Oh, from the corner. Spain have managed to get a goal, but no, it's been disallowed. He's indicated Vieira, and he's pointing to the centre circle, and Aspas sets off on a lap of honour. And there's the final whistle to end the most remarkable World Cup group tie here in Kaliningrad. Spain, in the dying seconds, snatched an equalising goal, which was initially disallowed by a linesman's flag.
Well, it was crazy last night on TalkSport. Spain and Portugal make it through, though. Will we get the same kind of drama tonight? I wonder. Group D gets sorted this evening. Croatia, Iceland is on TalkSport 2. Argentina, Nigeria on TalkSport. Croatia through. Nigeria currently in second place on 3 points. Argentina and Iceland have a point apiece. For Argentina to qualify, they must win, and also hope Iceland don't win. Both win, and it comes down to goal difference. If Nigeria will have lost because Argentina will have beaten them. Iceland against Croatia in Rostov. Nigeria, Argentina is in St. Petersburg. I've seen Kylian Mbappe score a goal in the warm-up and celebrate. The Denmark players have been made to do widths of the pitch, which I'm sure they'll be delighted about in this heat. Let's recap the teams for you here at the Luzhniki in Moscow. Denmark, France. Ian Danto.
6 changes for the French this afternoon. They top the group and know that they are safely through. The players coming in: Steve Mandanda in goal, Djibril Sidibe at right back, Ousmane Dembele, Kimpembe, Nzonzi and Lamar. The players dropping out: Lloris, Matuidi, Pavard, Umtiti, Pogba and Mbappe. Mandanda is in goal for France, his first ever major tournament match after 10 years as an international goalkeeper. Sidibe, Varane, Kimpembe and Hernandez are the back four for the French. Kante and Nzonzi are the defensive midfielders, with Lamar, Griezmann and Dembele in behind Giroud up front, who has scored France's last 3 goals against Denmark. For Denmark, they've made 3 changes, bringing in Mathias Jorgensen, otherwise known as Zanka, from Huddersfield Town, the former Cardiff striker Andreas Cornelius, and Martin Braithwaite, who was at Middlesbrough at the start of last season, but ended it, of course, at Bordeaux. Kasper Schmeichel is in goal. It's a back four of Henrik Dalsgaard, Simon Kjær, Andreas Christensen of Chelsea, and Jens Stryger Larsen. Looks like Jorgensen is going to partner Delaney in defensive midfield, with Pione Sisto, Christian Eriksen and Martin Braithwaite in a 3 in behind Cornelius up front. And South American officials in control this afternoon, Adrian: a Brazilian referee in Sandro Ricci and an Argentinian in charge of VAR, Mr. Mauro Vigliano.
We hopefully won't need him. Matt Holland, first of all, Zanka, the nickname, are you having it? It comes from Cool Runnings, doesn't it? That's how he's got the nickname. It's nothing to do with his... He even has it on the back of his Huddersfield shirt. What's that all about?
You can't have your nickname on the back of your shirt.
Well, we couldn't have yours on the back of your shirt, that's for sure.
Why, what's mine?
Well, I can't tell you.
Our group chat has been ruthless. What's been going on behind my back?
People wouldn't allow it. But I just think it's bizarre that he uses that as his nickname. I don't mind it being his nickname, obviously, but in football, it's got to be your surname. Sure.
Even more bizarre, actually, it looks like he's going to play in midfield as well today, because when we first got the team news, we were trying to digest it quickly, and we saw it straight away: 3 centre-halves, and Simon Kjær, Andreas Christensen and Mathias Jorgensen, and we thought, oh, back 3, because they did that in qualifying as well. They played a back 3, they played a back 4, they mixed and matched depending on the opposition, so our natural reaction was that it was going to be a back 3, but the word is he is going to play in midfield. I think that makes more sense, that he plays alongside Thomas Delaney, and that means that Christian Eriksen is in his favourite position, the number 10 position. Otherwise, it looked like it might have been a little bit lightweight in midfield with Sisto, Eriksen and Delaney, so that does make more sense. We'll see, though.
Well, you've got to do the best. If you're Denmark, you need a point at least. Then you've got to do your best to get the best out of Christian Eriksen, haven't you? And this is the system that will do that.
He's the main man. I mean, you look up top and their options, and it's limited, really. Their goal-scoring record at international level isn't particularly good, the centre forwards I'm talking about. Christian Eriksen's wasn't particularly good in his first 60 games. He scored 6 goals in his first 60 games for Denmark. He's now scored 17 in his last 20. So he's found his goal-scoring form for Denmark, and he is crucial to them. He is the main man. He also scored against Australia in the last game as well. He is so important to them. Everything goes through him. I mean, actually, they do tend to play a little bit long as well, and that's maybe why Cornelius is in the team. Up front, he's a big unit, and they try and get the ball forward quickly and then try and get players into forward positions, and Eriksen in particular.
I think Sisto's starting to grow in confidence as well as a Denmark midfielder. Of course, no use of Poulsen today, Adrian. He's suspended. He's picked up 2 yellow cards already, so that's why Braithwaite comes into the starting lineup. But Jorgensen for Cornelius is another interesting one, that they've decided to dispense with the guy who's the number 9 for the first 2 games and bring in a guy who we all remember coming to Cardiff City for a big fee, but had so many injury problems and could never get any consistency of form together whilst he was at Cardiff City, so he disappeared off, and these days he's playing at Atalanta in Serie A. 6 goals in 31 appearances for Atalanta, so it's not a great strike right there, is it, either?
It's not bad for a midfielder, man.
Exactly. For a holding midfielder.
I was paying you a compliment there. You threw your eyes to heaven. I paid you a compliment. Listen, this stadium, Matt, there's a big bubble of sun that's coming in through the roof. There's canopies over the roof, but obviously a big hole in the middle. If you're in that sun as a fan, and it's only like it's kind of the right back position on the field of play. If you're in that sun as a fan, you are going to be melted shooting today. It's
It's
horrible.
a really good job, I'm going to say, that our producer is this side. He's the whitest man on the planet, isn't he? So if he was over there, he'd have the old factor 50 on, wouldn't he?
Factor 550. And away to our left, there's a sea of red shirts. There's some Viking hats in there as well, believe it or not. So obviously that's Denmark with a load of Danish flags as well. I just wonder, a lot of support for Denmark, and they know what they've got to do to get through to the round of 16. But I just wonder if there is an early goal in Sochi and the Aussies score, and against Peru, who themselves have only made a couple of changes, so it's not exactly a weakened side for Peru. Tapia for Aquino in midfield, Santa Maria for Rodriguez at centre half. There's no Farfan for Peru. He got a concussion in training, so he's out. But I just wonder, an early goal for the Aussies down south, and maybe France score here as well, and all of a sudden there'll be some very nervous Danes in red over there to our left.
It would make it interesting, and there's no pressure on France. Well, I say there's no pressure, they're already through to the last 16.
Yeah.
The pressure is that they don't want to try face Croatia in that last 16, so they want to try and win the group if possible. You know, the changes that they've made, and they've made 6 of them, I think the quality that they're still able to bring in, Thomas Lemar, Ousmane Dembele, etc., they've still got such depth in the squad, and I think for Didier Deschamps as well, to rest the players that are on yellow cards, Pogba, Tolisso, Matuidi, I think that's really important as well, so they're all going to be available for the game in the last 16.
For me, Adrian, the most interesting change that Deschamps has made is to bring Mandanda in goal for Lloris. Now, here's a guy, Crystal Palace fans remember the albeit brief spell he had at Selhurst Park. Injury plagued. He made his debut for France 10 years ago, and he's always been, well, since Lloris came in during the World Cup qualifiers before South Africa, he's been the perennial understudy. Now, there's people I know who watched him at Palace. I didn't see enough of him live at Palace to comment personally, but going on people I respect and trust, they felt he was full of errors and full of mistakes. Now, I didn't see that in his time at Marseille when he was there first time around. I thought he earned his move to the Premier League because I thought he was a good goalkeeper. I want to know what state he's in terms of his confidence as a goalkeeper, and whether Denmark will be able to test him enough with a player as talented as Christian Eriksen.
It never makes sense to me to change the goalkeeper. I just don't understand it. It's not a position where you can get tired and that's affected. So I don't understand why you would change your number 1 goalkeeper. He just got his 100th cap in the last game as well, Hugo Lloris, celebrating that, and he wants to play every game. I just never really quite got that.
Well, Mandanda had a huge smile on his face for most of the warm-up, so he's obviously delighted to get this opportunity at a World Cup. We'll see how he gets on. It could be a deciding factor in this game this afternoon here in Moscow. You're listening to World Cup Live on TalkSport with Just Eat. Give cooking the red card. Order your takeaway tonight.
The World Cup on TalkSport with Just Eat. Get on the app and order your takeaway in time for kickoff. You could even win yourself a breathtaking 2018 football plate, like this one. Just Eat. Put it on a plate, man.
The World Cup is all about fans. From the die-hard obsessives, the Spanish, Brazilians and the English, to the pure blind optimists, the Panamanians, Peruvians and, of course, the English. Every World Cup day, Yahoo Sport presents The 32. Stars and experts join fans from every one of the 32 World Cup nations for previews, analysis and opinion. 32 nations, 32 fans, 32 days. The 32 on Yahoo Sport.
The World Cup, the biggest stage for upsets, passion and opportunity. Your gut says to take advantage of every game, and your smarts say where to go. Because Betfair have had the best odds on the World Cup, so you always get the most from your bet. Betfair, where gut instinct meets smarts.
Data provided by TX Odds and BetRadar, based on Betfair Sportsbook average match odds over round since 12th of March 2018. Full terms at betfair.com, 18 plus begambleaware.org.
And here at the Construction Site Cup, the contractor team is down to 10 men. But wait, they're bringing on a super subby. A few, in fact. Brickies, Sparkies, Chippies. What a hat trick! Looks like this contractor and these subcontractors used some great tactics and went to supersubby.com, where contractors find subbies and subbies find contractors by skills, location and trade. It's free for subbies with a 3-month free trial for contractors. So download the free app or visit supersubby.com. Super Subby, the new smarter way to find site work or workers.
Beer, pizza, football, marvellous.
Right now, Co-op Super Saver deal is any 2 Co-op thin and crispy margarita or pepperoni pizzas plus a 4-pack of Budweiser bottles for just £5.
And I'm wearing my lucky shirt.
Oh, great. The one you were wearing last time we lost.
Subject to availability, 5 deals per customer. See Co-op stores for details.
We can't say sticks like Turbo from Evo Sticks' full name on the radio were not allowed. We can say that sticks like Turbo is an amazingly fast-setting adhesive. We can say sticks like Turbo can be used in all weather conditions. We can even say sticks like Turbo holds up to 300 kilograms in just 15 minutes. We just can't say what sticks like Turbo sticks like, but you can probably guess, and it really does. Sticks like Turbo from Evo Stick.
This is for a dad, a brother, a nan. This is for a friend, a neighbour, a colleague. This is for the thousands of people living with cancer. This summer, do something incredible and brave the shave for Macmillan Cancer Support. Get sponsored by friends and family to shave your hair, and you'll help Macmillan support even more people with cancer, so they can live life as fully as they can. For everyone and every reason, by braving the shave, you'll be doing something amazing. Sign up today at bravetheshave.org.uk.
Philip Schofield here. I'd love the...
For Macmillan Cancer Support. Get sponsored by friends and family to shave your hair, and you'll help Macmillan support even more people with cancer, so they can live life as fully as they can. For everyone and every reason, by braving the shave, you'll be doing something amazing. Sign up today at bravetheshave.org.uk.
Philip Schofield here. I love that with WeBuyAnyCar.com you could find out what your car's worth in 60 seconds. Then you can get back to doing whatever you were doing, like your hedge trimming. You can't see, but I've sculpted a flamingo mid-flight, and I'm pretty pleased with it. To find out how much your car's worth in 60 seconds, enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Admin fee may apply. For more information, see WeBuyAnyCar.com/info.
TalkSport Traffic and Travel with Virgin Media. The only place to get all the football on Sky Sports and BT Sport in one package. Search Virgin Media Football. Terms apply.
The M6 in the West Midlands is still looking very slow southbound from Junction 6 for the A38M towards Junction 5 for Castle Bromwich. That's following a serious accident. One lane remains closed, but it's taken around half an hour to get through those queues. On the M6 in Cheshire, it's heavy northbound between Junction 18 for Middlewich and 19 for Knutsford after a car broke down earlier. And in Cambridgeshire, the A47 Wisbeach Road is closed in both directions between the A47 and March Road for investigation work following an accident which happened this morning. I'm Anne-Marie Walsh.
Football, which will grab you by the Euros.
Everything for the football, everything for the victory.
World Cup live.
Power to the peoples.
On TalkSport.
Now Denmark running forward at pace, and it's a goal for Denmark! Wonderful strike from Christian Eriksen into the penalty area. Poulsen with a flick. Eriksen is there. Now on the counter, Denmark coming forward, and all of a sudden it's 3 against 3. Eriksen sips it through to Poulsen. Poulsen in the box, and Poulsen scores.
Poulsen has taken it away from Ward. Now Jorgensen back to Poulsen. Eriksen lurking ominously. They worked away to Christian Eriksen, who finds a second.
Only as far as that right side. Griezmann's header! 1-0 France in the 90th minute. Struck really fiercely by Debussy. It breaks for Benzema, and he's stuck it into the roof of the net. In comes the corner. It's in with 2-0. Paul Pogba. In swinging ball from Griezmann, and Pogba climbed high inside the 6-yard box, and it's a routine header.
Well, you're on TalkSport live inside the boiling hot Luzhniki Stadium. The gaggle of a gazillion photographers have all made their way around the tunnel, surrounding the tunnel right now, waiting for the players to come out. And the mascots, the officials and the players are all in the tunnel, waiting to come out on this Luzhniki pitch. It says officially it's 25 degrees Celsius, but it is way, way hotter than that. Let me tell you what's going on in terms of these group games today. Here on TalkSport, we're here at the Luzhniki. It's Denmark against France. Denmark need a point. On TalkSport 2, it's Australia-Peru in Sochi with Alan Parry and Clive Allen right now. So if you're an Aussie, you might want to go there. Quick word on England, Matt, because we've heard this afternoon that Danny Rose, who had said before the tournament his family wouldn't be coming out because of potential racism, he says he may change his mind and his family may come out because it's actually been brilliant here, isn't it? I was with Eni Aluko doing a show last week, and I said to her, you're a black woman in Moscow on your own. Have you had any troubles? None whatsoever. She was loving it.
Well, it's great news that he feels that way, and he feels that he's got the ability to bring them out and experience what has been a fantastic time here in France. France? in Russia. We are still in Russia, aren't we?
Throwback Tuesday.
France are playing, of course, today against Denmark, and here in Russia. I can't speak highly enough of it. I've seen zero trouble, and that's inside the grounds, outside the grounds, in the cities. It's been an amazing experience. It's a good job. I don't know how many he's going to bring out, but I don't know if you've seen the story of the Australian goalkeeper, Matt Ryan.
Go on.
He's paid for 27 of his friends and family to come. He said he wanted to repay them for all they've done throughout his career. and he's paid for 27 of his friends and family to come out from Australia.
That's a lovely thing. It's also a reflection of Premier League wages these days as well. No, good luck to him as well. I think it's a beautiful gesture. We're just seeing some of the subs with the bibs on. Those who would normally be playing, Hugo Lloris and Samuel and Titi, they're making their way down the tunnel as well. We're waiting for the players to come out. Word on Griezmann, Matt, he is playing today. He's not one of those that's been rested. Is he world class in your opinion?
Yeah, I think he is.
Premier League wages these days as well. No, good luck to him as well. I think it's a beautiful gesture. We're just seeing some of the subs with the bibs on. Those who would normally be playing, Hugo Lloris and Samuel and Titi, they're making their way down the tunnel as well. We're waiting for the players to come out. Word on Griezmann, Matt, he is playing today. He's not one of those that's been rested. Is he world class in your opinion?
Yeah, I think he is. I go back to the Euros 2 years ago, and he was outstanding in that competition. He hasn't yet made his mark in this one, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why Didier Deschamps kept him in the side as well today. Gives him another chance to try and impress.
He was a slow starter at the Euros 2 years ago, and then he ended up with 6 goals and top scorer by the end of the tournament. And Paul Pogba actually was pointing that out, speaking to the press here. Don't touch my Grisou, he was saying. Leave my Grisou alone. As though he feels as though he's going to develop into this World Cup the same way he did at the European Championships.
Well, he said he's staying at Atletico Madrid, Matt. I mean, some will look at that and say, well, if he really was that top level, he'd take that move to Barcelona and he'd go and do it on that stage there.
Yeah, I've got to be honest, I am a little bit surprised at that. I thought he might go a year earlier. He didn't. He decided to stay one more season because of the transfer ban. Fair enough. Then this summer, I did think it would be it. I think that's when he would make his move. Barcelona mentioned, Man United were mentioned, but if you want to take the next step, that next level to really become the ultimate, the best player on the planet, then I think that's the sort of move you have to be brave enough to make. If you get the chance, you've got to take it, and I'm surprised he hasn't.
Well, let's see what he can do today. He did start slowly at the Euros. He ended really slowly, but then so did the rest of the French team as well when they lost that final in Paris. They just unfurled the 2 flags. The Denmark one away to my left, the France one to my right, out on the pitch. Massive national flags unfurled out on the pitch, and that led to big cheers from both. A World Cup banner in the middle and the centre circle, as is the norm at all of these World Cup games. The 2 national flags are there, so is the FIFA World Cup banner as well, and then in front of that, in front of the tunnel, is a banner saying Moscow. That's where we are, at the Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow. The 2 sets of teams are in the tunnel. Denmark here, Matt, know what they need to do, but they can't play for a draw, can they, surely?
No, I think they've selected a team that they want to try and attack and get at France. And I think France, with making the changes that they have done as well, and at the back as well, that they feel as though they can get at them. So they've picked an attacking team to try and get the positive result that they're after.
And Poulsen is a big miss for them. He's been terrific so far.
Yeah, he is a loss. I mean, obviously Braithwaite didn't have the best of seasons last year, so he comes in. I think they need a bit more. Dan's talked about Sisto and said he's developing. I think they need a bit more from him. I think he's a bit indifferent, actually. I think they need more from him as well. You can't just rely on Christian Eriksen. If he has a bad game, who's then going to be the one that provides for them? So they have to try and find a bit of form from other players as well.
And a big chance for Giroud as well up front. Maybe even to link up with Griezmann and give Deschamps something to think about.
Yeah, well, he was selected in the last game against Peru, and I thought he did really well, bringing others into play, so he deserves to keep his place in the side.
Do you remember that game against the Republic in the Euros where they've been useless for an hour? Then Giroud suddenly won a header, and within 5 minutes Griezmann has scored twice. Set up by Giroud, and the Republic were going out.
Well, there's something going on there. We shall see. The players are coming out onto the pitch here at the swelteringly hot Luzhniki. I wonder if the temperatures here may well affect the football. We shall see. I'm not quite sure if France will force the pace. It's difficult to know what's going to happen in this game, given the changes that France have made, but we all know what Denmark have got to do. They're lining up just in front of that World Cup banner. We're waiting for the national anthems here at the Luzhniki in Moscow. I believe Michael Laudrup is here as well to watch the Danes, and hopefully they'll do it for him. We shall see. There's a man next to me in the press box who was wearing a jumper up until 2 minutes ago. Absolutely lost his mind. Incredible heat here. I mean, I've known of commentators. Oh, let's get on with the anthems. national anthem. I'm a Francophile. I love the French national anthem, the Marseillaise. A Frenchman said to me earlier, it's real thud and blunder stuff. Take this in. Group D gets sorted tonight, but right now let's focus on Group C. The Aussies are on the beach in Sochi. It'll feel like Bondi to them on the beautiful Black Sea. If they win and Denmark lose, we've all got some maths to do, and nobody likes maths. 1 point does it for the Danish. It's dog-eat-dog at this World Cup, but will they be Great Danes today? They'll need to keep a tight leash on Griezmann and Giroud. Let's get to your commentators for TalkSport here in the Luzhniki. He scored at the World Cup for Ireland, Matt Holland, and the pick of the bunch, Ian Danter.
Thank you very much, Adrian. Afternoon, everybody. So the French have the chance to close out Group C with 3 wins out of 3 in Moscow. The only time they've done that before in a World Cup group stage was the year they won it 20 years ago on home soil. Their victims in that third group stage game, it was Denmark, who they face here in the Luzhniki, with the Danes needing a point to qualify and keep Australia at bay if they get past Peru in Group C's other game. That's about to kick off over on TalkSport 2. Didier Deschamps had options to rest some senior players ahead of the knockout tests to come, and he's done that. 6 changes in all. Out go Lloris, Matuidi, Pavard, Umtiti, Pogba and Mbappe. Here's the French lineup. Mandonda's the goalkeeper, making his first start in a finals tournament game for the French. Sidibe, Varane, Kimpembe and Hernandez are the rejigged back 4. Kante is partnered in midfield by Steven Nzonzi, once of Stoke City and Blackburn. And then Thomas Lemar, Griezmann and Dembele plays a 3 in behind Olivier Giroud. As for Denmark, 3 changes for them as they bid to get that point that they need. Christian Eriksen, of course, pivotal to their hopes of qualification. It's Kasper Schmeichel in goal for them. A back 4 of Henrik Dalsgaard of Brentford, Simon Kjær, Andreas Christensen of Chelsea and Jens Striegel Larsen. And then Huddersfield's Matthijs Jorgensen, Zanka, plays alongside Thomas Delaney in defensive midfield. Pione Sisto, Christian Eriksen and Martin Brathwaite are a 3 in behind. Andreas Cornelius up top for the Danes. The French are wearing their change strip today of white shirts with the dark blue shorts and white socks. And they'll be attacking the end away to our left from our commentary position, which is where all the Danish fans are housed. And as it's notionally Denmark's home game, this, they get first dibs on the strip, so of course they're wearing their traditional up top for the Danes. The French are wearing their change strip today of white shirts with the dark blue shorts and white socks. And they'll be attacking the end away to our left from our commentary position, which is where all the Danish fans are housed. And as it's notionally Denmark's home game, this, they get first dibs on the strip, so of course they're wearing their traditional red shirts, white shorts and red socks. They just break away from their huddle. Let's get the pre-kick-off thoughts of my match summariser alongside me for TalkSport, Matt Holland.
Well, France only need a point to top the group. Denmark need a point to qualify. The conspiracy theorists amongst us might think that's the way it'll play out. I actually think the teams that France have selected is strong enough to beat this Danish side. The interesting thing for me is the selection and the team shape that Denmark provide us today and who plays where. We thought that it might be a back 3 at one stage. I think it looks like a back 4.
It certainly looks to be that way. Although the funny thing is, it looks to me like it's Kjær and Zanka, Matthijs Jorgensen playing as centre-halves, and it actually looks like it's Chelsea's Andreas Christensen who's going to be playing as the defensive midfielder alongside Thomas Delaney. Certainly that's the way they're lined up. The 10-1 countdown starts on the massive screens either side of us at each end of the Luzhniki Stadium, and as we reach number 1, our Brazilian referee Sandor Ricci gets us underway. France have kick-off and they immediately work the ball out to Djibril Sidibe in the right-back position. The sun's gone behind the clouds that are behind our section of the stadium, so at the moment the whole pitch is in shade. But as Djibril Sidibe looks to receive the ball off Rafael Varane, he's in the one area of the pitch that will still get some last shots of late afternoon sunshine here in Moscow. We're 2 hours ahead of you listening in the UK, of course. Just gone 5 o'clock local time. Chance for Pablo Hernandez to come forward for the first time. Lucas Hernandez, sorry, for the French. N'Golo Kante, busy as always, just in front of the centre circle. Looks for Sidibe on the right-hand side. He plays a little 1-2 with Ousmane Dembele of Barcelona. And it's all possession in these opening few seconds for the French. A minute gone, and I don't think the Danes have touched it yet, Matt Holland.
Well, that's just because they've retreated. They just got back into a shape. Simple as that. It's 4-4-1-1. Ericsson just playing off Cornelius, but they just dropped and allowed France to have the ball in deep areas.
And back it goes to Steve Mandanda of Marseille, who had that brief spell at Crystal Palace the season before last, 16-17. Didn't quite work out for him there. 10 years at Marseille, which is where he went back to after it didn't work out for him at Selhurst Park. Griezmann gets his first touch for the French. Down the right-hand side, hugging the touchline. Dembele's there with him. Dembele runs into Sisto, who tries to take the ball off his toe, but Dembele does well to tigerishly win it back. Griezmann still stuck out on the right-hand side. Lovely ball down the flank for Sidibe to get a cross in, and Jorgensen gets it.
We're sorry, this commentary is not available in your country. Please visit talksport.com/commentaries to hear alternative stream or listen to TalkSport 2 for even more live sport.
TalkSport has so much sport, running out of radio to play it.
In fact, we've got enough rugby, cricket, horse racing, boxing, motor racing and golf for an entire other radio station.
And the thrilling games continue.
The prodigal son of all radio stations is on the air. TalkSport 2, because sport never stops.
There ain't no stopping him now.
Get set for more live sport, more incisive pundit comment and opinion, and more Andrew McKenna.
Thank you very much. That'll do.
Sport radio that hits you for 6. TalkSport 2.
Goal into a ball and he's bowled him. He's dragged it back onto the stumps.
Hard tackling live Super League action.
Strong and hard and made of steel.
Live commentary of the UEFA Champions League.
Champions of Europe again.
Live Viva Premiership Rugby.
They must surely score.
Golf coverage that's perfectly pitched.
We're not allowed to cry on radio. We're supposed to be tough.
Serving up live ATP Master Series tennis.
And Andy Murray, with his head in his hands, goes to congratulate Novak Djokovic.
I'm so happy. TalkSport 2.
Live international football.
What a goal!
Get in the ring. Go the distance. TalkSport 2.
And Fury's got it. A unanimous decision.
If you can kick it,
hit it. Bowl it.
Pass it.
Putt it. Pot it.
or catch it.
Catch it.
You'll find it right here on TalkSport 2.
The prodigal son of all radio stations.